All right, video number 2. So I just finished filming another video. That one was some things I like about my car. It wasn't too serious. It was just things I could think about over the past 2 weeks since I wasn't able to drive the car as much. Just things that I thought stuck out about the C6 Corvette, and I'm sure you'll find 1,000 other videos that say the same things, if not similar things. And I didn't mention stuff like putting the top down and stuff, because I really haven't done that yet. I haven't gotten to doing that yet. But I think that's another thing. But today I think I'm going to talk about what it costs to own a C6, especially in today's era where these cars were sub $30,000 and then jumped to $30,000+. And then I think I'll just talk about what it's cost me to own it so far. I've had it for just under a year. I will be closing in on a year, I think, in 2 months. Can't remember if I bought this car in May or June. But it'll be here really soon, and just want to talk about everything that I've paid for this car. And I think the first important thing is probably how much does this car cost me? This car cost me $31,000, and I know a lot of people would say that that is a lot of money, and a lot of people would be right. That is a lot of money, and I know it sounds pretty dumb to pay that much money for a car like this old and stuff like that, but it was probably one of the best deals anywhere, considering a lot of people just want to charge like $35,000 for these cars, and this car was a low mile car. It was black, everything, Z51. So I mean, I think I got a really good deal out of it, and I'm happy with it. Honestly, I can't really complain about it. And it was just something that I saw as like an investment, not for money, but like just for me, honestly. Like, it's a getaway for me, and I hope it's the same for a lot of other people. And the money's also important, but I mean, you can make your money back. You're not going to be 20-something years old with your favorite car anytime soon, right? So that's another thing for me. And it's just really fun. So $31,000 is what I paid for the car. I paid about, so far, and I live in Kentucky, so you pay tax on your car based on what it's worth every year. So I'm not sure how much I paid recently, but when I bought the car, I paid about $2,000 in taxes, which hurt a lot. But you have to keep in mind when you're buying a car like this, or any car, literally anything, keep money aside for taxes. Don't just think, oh, $31K plus whatever their fees and stuff are is it. It is not it, I promise you. So budget wisely, be smart with your money. Don't buy this thinking that, oh, I can afford it. Do the math, because it's better to just wait a few months and actually be able to afford it than to not be able to afford it and figure out the hard way. So all in, I think I was about 33 into this car out the door, which is a lot, but considering these cars went up in value and I could still sell it for the same price, I'm not really worried about it. This car does a lot for me anyways. And I have a lot of fun with it. I don't want to know the story of why that's sagging so much. But yeah, I mean, stuff like this is expensive. But I mean, I guess you gotta pay to play, right? I can't really complain about it. It's been good to me for the most part. Sometimes the car has a couple hiccups here and there, but for the most part, we're good. And yeah, but I mean, it's an investment for me. I think mentally too, it's just always been good, because it's a break from just life, school and stuff like that, and I can actually have some fun. I think another thing you have to really think about is maintenance. how much is maintenance on a car like this? I'm not quite sure yet because I haven't gotten to that point. They had done a full maintenance on the car before I bought it, which was worked into the deal. So I still have yet to do maintenance on it. I will be doing maintenance on it really soon. I think before the end of this month, which is April, I will have this car probably serviced. And service is really just oil changes. I mean, the LS is one of Chevy's best motors, and there's really not much else you have to do to it. So I'll probably do that, and that'll be, I don't think that'll be too expensive. I'm probably just gonna buy the oil and then just have someone else do it for me because I don't have the space or the resources to do it myself. So I mean, we can probably budget like $100-something bucks in there every few months, depending on how much you drive the car though, because you're not gonna do an oil change all the time. I think one of the bigger costs in maintenance is probably like tires and stuff. Tires are expensive. It's probably going to be like $1,000 a pair, and you're really going to be changing your rear ones frequently compared to your front ones, but don't overlook your front ones, and you should be fine. I mean, it's $1,000 here and there. They say change your tires every year. I think that's stupid. It doesn't matter how nice the car is. If the tires are good and they're not 10 years old, like 2, 3, I get it, but if you're driving the car constantly, you should not have any issue with your tires unless you're always like dogging it. But yeah, that's really all I could think of for maintenance. I mean, keep some money aside. Like I said, I had the hiccup with the brake light sensor and the calibration and stuff. That ran me, I think, about $60 all in. It was like $9 for the sensor or something like that, and then $50 for the calibration. And that's just one of the guys hooking me up, because I've known him for a while. We have really good relationship with our family too. So a really nice guy overall, and he hooked it up for $50. And then yeah, so I mean, just keep some money aside. And then I think another thing would probably be gas. This one hurts the most because gas where I live right now is about $4.20, $30. It jumps here and there, and when it jumps down, I love it. When it jumps up, I absolutely hate it. And I don't run this car to empty ever. I think this quarter tank is about the lowest I get it to, and then I'll fill up, because I don't ever run my cars low, and I think it's a bad habit too because your fuel pump will not forgive you for it. So gas is about $70, I want to say. 70 is a lot, but that's a full tank though. So you can do the math. Half a tank, 30-something bucks. So I think another thing with cost, insurance. Insurance is a really big one, and it's one that is pretty like big right now because there's been a lot of talk about your rates going up, and my rates are not that bad. I think mine are about like $600 every 6 months, which rounds up to about $1,200 a year, and it's not that bad for a sports car. I'm pretty young, but I have no accidents, no tickets and stuff like that, so I have really good insurance rates, I've been told, and which is fine by me. The cheaper the insurance I can get, the better. I know guys that are paying $1,000 plus every 6 months, but that's with full coverage for me too. So $600 every 6 months for full coverage on a sports car at a really young age is a really good rate, I've heard, and I'm fine with paying that. I think another thing with that is rates are going up. Every insurance company is raising their prices. for any type of insurance. So I'm curious to see how much they raise mine to. I don't know if it'll be where it should be because I'm young and stuff like that, but I hope not. But yeah, I mean, I think that's about what I pay for it. It changes here and there, but I think that's really the only other cost I can think of. Let me see here. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I can think of. Budget wisely when you're buying the car. It's not complicated. And just don't overspend on a car just to, I guess, flex. If you can afford it, buy it. But if you have other things like kids, you want to make investments and stuff, do that stuff first. Set yourself ahead, and then worry about buying a car like this, because you can always buy a car like this. That was fun. But yeah, that's my guesstimate on cost. It's a lot, but I paid this car off right when I bought it, so it wasn't something that I pay monthly on, so I don't have any interest or anything on this car. My goal was, if I'm gonna buy something like this, I want to buy it paid off. I don't want to finance this, especially at what the rates are nowadays. I don't even know what they are. I think it's like 6%. I know it got up to like 8, 9, 10. And we ended up buying my 4Runner for like 3. So that was like peak COVID when I got that car, or a little bit after peak COVID. And it was 3 then. It got up to like 7, 8, 9, 10 or something like that. And I got this car, and we had considered financing it, just numbers wise, but it would have been dumb to pay interest payments on this old of a car. So I just paid it off. And like I said, that was one of my goals. If I'm gonna buy a car like this, just to have fun with, and it's not too expensive, I just want to pay it off, because then that's money I was gonna spend anyways. But now I have like a toy that I can essentially just play with and not have to worry about anything. But yeah, I mean, that's all I can really think of. If you're gonna buy a car like this, set aside probably 30 grand, a little bit more, for everything. And that's within my first year of ownership too. So I mean, who knows, maintenance costs might go up as things break, things get pricey, and I hope not, but who knows, it'll happen. But yeah, that's all I really have. If you enjoyed this video, remember to just like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have questions, throw them down below. I am not someone that bites when answering, and that's all I got for you.